Hey, this is SJ Talks with Life coming back at you with another video topic. Um, New to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. They're saying Bible prophecy is being fulfilled, guys. Bible prophecy is being fulfilled. Um, it's the food prices are still skyrocketed. Egg prices are still through the roof. They're coming down a little bit, but they're still very high. Um, a lot of people, our homelessness rates are going up. A lot of these um, apartments and stuff, owners and stuff like that, is jacking up the rent, and people are being forced to move. Our homelessness rates are going up. Um, Now they said something about, hit me up in the comment section if you guys heard that something the banks are going to be shutting down. And people won't be getting access to their funds. That's scary because that could cause civil unrest. Um, I hope and pray that that doesn't happen, but they're saying that times are getting worse and worse. Times are getting worse. If you guys pay attention, if you guys will pay attention, you notice that all these food prices are skyrocketing. Gas prices. It's getting harder and harder. For people to live now. It's getting harder for people to live. Your little check that you bring home, even though their job increased the salary, it's still not going to be enough because landlords are shooting the rent up, forcing people to move, and it's happening all over the country. And food prices, it's getting harder and harder to live. It's getting harder and harder to survive. Um, and it's like um, the government doesn't seem like they care. They don't seem like they care. Um, you know, young people. I've been reading articles about young people having to move back home and with their parents because because the prices, are apartment apartment prices of apartments and stuff is going up across the country, and young people feel like they have to move home. I've been reading, and let me know if you've been hearing about that. A lot of young people have been making the decision to move back home with their parents, and I don't know if it's going to come down to that. If it's going to come down to people having to live in the same house, people having to just come together and live in one house, um, because rent prices and everything is getting so sky hot rocket. You don't parents, don't be so quick to put your young people out. Don't be so. I know some people believe, when a child turns 18. I personally don't subscribe to that belief. My two sons, I know my oldest son has his own house. My oldest son did get his own house. um my youngest son is still here, but he's been helping me out a lot too. So, but my oldest son, he's more than welcome to come back home if he feels um, like, if he can't handle it, the rents are going up or whatever situation is. My oldest son can come right back. I don't subscribe to that belief that you know, kick your kids out and they don't let them come back. That's very, very cold hearted, especially with the prices of food skyrocketing, the gas skyrocketing, and the apartment costs. You gotta let parents got to slack up on that. I was never a believer in that. I was never a believer. Hold on, just a minute. Okay, it's having a little nose issue there. Um, but more and more young people are starting to move back home with parents because rents are going. These greedy landlords are jacking the rents up, and everything like that. And people have been forced to leave, and young people can't afford to stay in their apartments anymore. So, like I said, I've never been a believer of just putting kids out, or whatever the situation is. Um, you know, like I said, my oldest son is his house now, but like I said, he's more than welcome. He knows that he's more than welcome to come back anytime. I don't have no issues and no problems with that. So that's what it's coming down to. The young people might have to move back home, and then um, you know, parents and kids, have to, old grown adult children have to live together because everything is just so crazy now. Everything is crazy. And then they keep telling people to stock up and things like that. But how are you going to stock up when the food prices, are so doggone high? You can't even afford you barely can afford your regular groceries. You can barely afford your regular groceries. So how are you going to stock up? How are you going to scrape up enough money to stock up when you can't afford your regular groceries? And then a lot of people are saying that we need to go back to the olden days and growing our own fruits and vegetables. And I know a long time ago I was thinking about getting me some chickens, and I'm really thinking about getting some chickens now. Maybe I was ahead of myself, but I know a long time ago I thought about getting chickens. Well, I love eggs. Eggs is one of my favorite foods, but I kind of wanted to get them as pets too. I know they passed the ordinance, a city ordinance in my city, that in fact, can have chickens in a city limit. And so, I'm seriously thinking, I'm thinking about it, thinking about building and having a chicken coop, and some people got chicken coops, like some people in the country, you go in the country and some people selling eggs and stuff like that. And it's gonna go back to the olden days. It's gonna go back to, we gotta start thinking about, you know, growing our own fruits and vegetables, canning and stuff like that. Like they used to do back in the day. People used to can stuff. You know, I wouldn't mind learning how to can. You grow your green beans and everything like that, and then you can them and then have them for the winter and stuff. We got to start. We're gonna have to go back to old school. We're gonna have to go back to the old school. And they talk about shutting these banks down and stuff like that. I don't know. I pray that that doesn't happen, because that could lead to civil unrest if people can't get access to their funds. I pray that that doesn't happen. Um, I don't know. It's a Bible prophecy is being fulfilled. If you pay attention, and some of you guys saying you don't believe in the Bible, you better start believing in it, because the things that's being prophesied in the Bible is taking place. Bible prophecy is definitely being fulfilled. I mean, man, we're the time and the end. I mean, it's the signs are all over. The signs are, people don't have no natural affection. It's signs of, I mean, oh my God, people have no respect for life. The signs are all around us, guys, if you pay attention. If you pay attention, the signs are all around us. And it's going to get back to the olden days. Back in the olden days, they didn't even trust banks. People would put their money in a can and bury it in the ground or something like that. So, it's getting to the time where, and then people um, you know, having farms and stuff like that, and growing, raising your own animals or whatever, building. Not everybody's able to do that, but I know if you got a yard, you got a house in your yard, I know you can grow some vegetables. I mean, I would like to get. I got some. I did actually try to have a garden, but the critters kept getting into it. The squirrels and the possums and all that. 'Cause I got all that around my house, kept trying to get into it. So I have to, if I have a garden, I got to figure out a way to keep the critters out. I haven't tried to figure out a way to keep the critters out of it. So, um, but I wish that I could invest in a greenhouse. I really wish that I can invest in a greenhouse, because with a greenhouse you can grow fruits, you can grow vegetables, fruits too. You can grow vegetables all year round in a greenhouse. No matter what it's doing outside, you can grow stuff all year round in a greenhouse. But they're pricey. It would be very, very expensive for me to have a greenhouse. But I really, really wish, I kind of wish I can have a greenhouse, because I can grow things in that greenhouse all year round. You know, no matter what it's doing outside. But it's just pricey. It's just expensive. So that's we gotta start thinking about. We might have to start thinking about, like back in the olden days, and growing stuff, and people, we got to start sticking together. People got to start sticking together and stuff, and not just race black people, but the human race, the whole human race. Everybody need to come together. like the whole human race, everybody needs to come together. All of people of all races, we all need to come together and just kind of help one another, because it's getting kind of near. And it's getting to the point that the government don't care. It's getting to the point that the government don't care. They so busy helping other countries, and they know the United States is suffering. They know the United States is a lot of people in the United States, the poverty rates and all that, and homelessness rates and stuff like that is going up, and they know that, but they don't seem to care and not try to do anything about it. So, it's going to come a time where we all going to have to unify all races of people. I'm talking about all races of people as a human race have to come together and unify and just help one another, because this stuff is affecting everybody. All this stuff is affecting everybody. It's not just affecting certain people. It's affecting everybody across the board. You know, so it's going to come a time when we all going to have to come together as a human race and just help one another. Might have to go back to the bartering system and stuff like that. We don't know how hard times are going to get. So, if your kids can't pay the rent and the rent then went up and they're facing eviction or whatever, let them come on back home. Let them, your adult children, let them come on back home. Don't do that. Don't be hard. Let them come back home, because I don't think no adult person will want their adult child on the street. So, let them come back home and everything, because it's getting down to that where people gonna have to start kind of living together, because yeah, it's getting to that. It's just getting that bad, with the homelessness rates, rents and everything skyrocketing. It's getting down to that. It's getting down to the fact that people gonna have to start living together. I mean, the Mexicans been doing it for years. See, the Mexicans knew something we didn't know. They would all huddle up in a 2-bedroom apartment and save their money and start a business. So see, they knew something. They were way ahead of us, and they knew something that we didn't know. So that might be something where we might have to start doing, guys. That just times are getting really perilous. Read your Bible, read in Revelations, read your Bible. Prophecy is, Bible prophecy is definitely being fulfilled. We got to start paying attention and opening up our eyes. Okay, hit me up what you think in the comment section. And go ahead and hit that subscribe, like, and share. Until the next video, be blessed.